Lie down on your back, feet on the ground directly under your knees. Notice what is touching the ground and what is not as you take a couple of deep breaths. Then interlace your fingers behind the base of the skull as you lift the head, neck, and chest up. Lift the legs straight up into the air and squeeze the inner thighs together. Do a crunch. Then lay back down. Again, crunch up, elbows to the knees. Hips lift up a little bit off the ground as well as you do these crunches. Repeat them. Lifting up and then laying everything back down. Lifting up, laying everything back down. Maybe you're making more space in the neck and the low back when you lower. Do one more, lifting up the hips and the chest and then lowering down. Then take the feet on the ground as wide as your mat. Let your knees fall together. Take your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder underneath your shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck, and begin to windshield wiper the shins side to side. If the arms behind the head doesn't feel great, ditch it. Take the arms off to the side. If it's working for you, now switch which wrist is on top. And continue windshield wipering the shins, side to side, massaging your sacrum and exploring the spaces of the low back and the back of the neck that you may have created. Make sure you're breathing deep, even breaths. I would consider that the most important thing that you'll do in this 45 minutes, those deep breaths. Then hug your knees into your chest. Pick the head up and tuck your chin so you make a really small little ball shape. And then rock up to sit. Start to take your hands behind you for reverse tabletop. Feet under knees, lift the hips straight up, inhaling. Exhale, lower the hips down, Navasana, lift up the legs, arms forward. Then again, reverse tabletop. Hands down, feet down, lift up. Lower down as you exhale, Navasana, belly in. The knees can be bent if that's easier. Feet down, hands down, lift up, reverse tabletop. Exhale, lower down, Navasana. We're going to do a few more of these. Notice I'm actually moving forward and back on my mat. So moving all the way forward to the front and then moving back. Hands back, feet down, reverse tabletop, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, Navasana. So maybe you're moving forward and back. It's a little harder. Lifting up, reverse tabletop. Lowering down, Navasana. Hands down, feet down. Inhale, up, reverse tabletop. Exhale, touch down. And this time, cross over your ankles and come forward onto hands and knees. Do some cats and cows. Lift the chest on the inhale, open the front body. Round the spine on your exhale, tuck your chin. Inhaling, cow pose, lifting the heart. Exhaling, cat, round the spine, tuck your chin. Push the back to the ceiling. Again, feel how the belly stretches, feel how the spine curves in the cow pose. And exhale, feel how the spine curves in the cat pose. And then you're going to come into any comfortable meditation posture. I'm sitting on a block in Virasana with my feet on either side of the block, knees together. And then take your thumbs to your hip points and take your middle fingers to your pubic bone protrusion. And then start to do your cats and cows really subtly here in your meditation seat. Notice how when you kind of curve back into the cat shape, the bony protrusion of the pubic bone comes far forward, and how when you come into the cow shape, the opposite happens. The hip bones come too far forward. And then see if you can align them. That should be natural curves in the spine, proper alignment of the pelvis for your meditation seat. Rest your hands in a comfortable position. The universe is made of vibration. And vibrations take the shape of waves, just like your spine does. To honor that, bring your hands to prayer. We'll chant one Om. Take a deep breath in. Staying connected to that sense of vibration in the heart. Begin to set up downward facing dog. Breathe energy between the hands and the earth, between the feet and the earth, and begin to find a steady, rhythmic breath. Exhale there. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Let's play a little bit with the roundedness in the low back here. So you can kind of push the butt up to the ceiling, see what that feels like. You could tuck the tail under, which I see a lot in my yoga classes. And then see if you can find something like that neutral spine with a little curve in the low back. Tush a little bit in the air. And then exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Hug your elbows alongside your ribs. Inhale, glide forward, cobra, lift the chest up. Take the hands off of your mat onto the floor. Fingertips tented under the elbows, then exhale, dip your left shoulder down, look over your right. Inhale, lift up. This is gecko. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down, look over your left. Inhale, lift up, long through the spine, don't crunch the low back. Exhale, dip the left shoulder down, look over your right. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, dip your right shoulder, look over your left. Inhale, lift up. Then take your hands onto your mat and press back, child's pose. For many people, this is comforting. You're returning to the primary curve, that first rounded curve that you felt in the womb before you poked your head out of the vaginal canal and set this whole crazy life thing in motion, before you started to toddle around on 2 feet, and that's what developed the lumbar spine. So feel free to come back to this really simple shape anytime you need a little comfort and ease today. Start to draw your hands back alongside your heels as you come up to sit on the shins. Tented fingers, like we did in gecko, underneath the shoulders, then roll your upper arms back and lift your heart, baby camel. Come to a neutral spine again, and then take your left hand to the left, your right arm over your ear, and side stretch. Push your right hip out, spin your chest to the sky, slightly tuck the chin. As you exhale, you're going to come through a rounded spine. You're going to draw a semicircle on the ground with the hands. You're going to make your way over to the same shape on the other side. Right hand out to the right, left arm over your ear. Then inhale, come up, arms alongside your ears. Exhale, hands forward and down, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, plank. Belly engaged, inner thighs working to the center. Lower your knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, glide forward, cobra, lift your heart, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, straight back through child's pose. Head drops down, then draw your hands back behind your heels, tented fingers, roll the upper arms. Inhale, open your heart to the sky. Exhale, come to neutral spine. Take the right arm to the right on the floor, left arm over your ear. Reach, reach, reach. Stick out that left hip. Spin the chest to the sky. Then tuck your chin. Round your way around to the other side. Left hand on the floor. Right arm over your ear as you spin the chest. Inhale, rise up. Lift the heart. Arms up. Exhale, come forward. Downward facing dog. You're going to take a very slow walk forward to the top of the mat. See if you can let the head stay more or less heavy. Feet inner hips distance apart when you arrive. Outer edges of the feet parallel with outer edges of the mat. Then lift the chest. Look forward on the ground, not up. Notice how it strains the back of the neck. If you look up too high, just look forward on the floor so everything stays long. And then exhale, fold yourself down into the legs and really let the head go. Rock it side to side. Flutter your lips. Put a little bend to your knees. Tuck your tail, roll up the spine really slowly through that primary curve. Arms and head dangling. It's the weight of the head that opens up the back of the neck. And then when you arrive to the top of the shape, head arrives right on top of the spine. We're preparing to do some moon salutes, which involve a lot of gestures where we open the front of the heart. When you do this, you want to make sure that you don't just drop the weight of the head back, creating a big crunching in the back of the neck. Take your fingertips to the base of the skull. Feel what it's like to lift the head up and off of the spine as you open the heart, maintaining that nice curve behind your neck. Now, hook your thumbs. Big inhale. Reach up, pull the belly in. As you exhale, fold over your legs through bent knees and interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, skiers pose, so bent knees, chest open, look forward on the floor, arms back. Exhale, step your left foot back, lower the knee. Hook your thumbs in front. Inhale, reach up. Make sure not to over open the throat. Then exhale, hands down. Tuck your back toes under and simply step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the left leg up. Breathe out, step the foot forward between the hands. Lower your right knee. Hook your thumbs, maybe the opposite thumb in front. Reach up, arch up, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the back toes under, step forward. Interlace your fingers behind your back at the top of the mat. Then hook your thumbs through bent knees, rise all the way up, reach your heart to the sky. Exhale through bent knees. Interlace your fingers behind your back and drop your head. Arms hang overhead. Inhale, look forward, skier's pose, kind of squeeze the arms together, lift the chest. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower the right knee. Hook your thumbs in front, belly engaged, reach up and out of the low back. Exhale, hands down, pick up the left foot as you tuck the right toes under, step back, downward dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts up, keep that thigh inner rotated. Exhale, step the foot forward, rounding the spine to step all the way forward, then lower the left knee. Hook thumbs, reach up, lift your heart. Tuck the back toes under, step forward. Interlace the fingers behind your back and drop your head. Again, come through the bent knees, hook the thumbs in front. Inhale, reach up, reach up, reach up. Exhale, through the bent knees. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Drop the head, arms hang overhead. Inhale, look forward, skier's pose, belly engaged, back of neck long. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the knee. Hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach up, spin the chest open. Exhale, this time, hands down, set up runner's stretch. Left hip directly over the left knee, right leg extends, flexes, lengthen your spine, then exhale, fold over your right leg. And we'll stay here. There's some lengthening, right? The heart is reaching forward, but the head drops and there is rounding through the back. Feel the breaths come in, feel the breath go out, and then start to come forward. Low lunge, plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga, hug the elbows in, keep the butt a little buoyant. Then inhale, lift the chest, upward dog, coming to the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, round the spine, pull the belly in and step the foot forward. Lower your right knee. Hook the thumbs, inhale, reach it up. Then tuck your right toes under, step forward. Interlace the fingers behind your back, drop the head, let the arms hang overhead as you exhale. Inhale through bent knees, hook thumbs, reach up, press down through your feet. Exhale through bent knees, Interlace your fingers behind your back and drop your head. Inhale, skier's pose. Look forward, knees bent. Exhale, step your right foot back. Softly lower the knee to the earth. Hook the thumbs. Inhale, open up. Exhale the hands down. Runner's stretch. Sit the right hip over the right knee. Extend the left leg, flex. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Relax the jaw as you breathe in. Soften into the leg as you breathe out. Stay here. Let the head go. Exhale. On your inhale, start to come forward through a low lunge. Tuck the back toes under, step back to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, heart forward. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, tops of the feet down, lift the chest up and forward. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg up and back. As you exhale, scoop the belly, round the spine, step the right foot forward, lower your left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up. As you exhale, tuck the back toes under, start to come forward to a standing forward fold, fingers interlaced behind your back, drop your head into your shins. Inhale through bent knees, hook the thumbs, rise up, reach up. As you exhale, come forward, interlace the fingers behind the back, drop the head, straight legs. Inhale, look forward, skier's pose, bending the knees. Left foot back as you exhale, lower the knee. Hook thumbs as you inhale, reach up. This time, runner's stretch just for a breath cycle. Hips back, extend the front leg, flex. Exhale, fold, drop the head into the shin. Inhale, come forward through low lunge. Put the weight into the right foot, standing split. Pick up the left leg, point those toes and inner rotate that thigh. Exhale, fold in deep into the right leg. Breathing in, hug your elbows in. Breathing out, hollow the belly, going closer to the standing leg. Breathing for 3. Lifting that top leg a little higher without opening the hip. 4. Breathe in. Fold in 5. Inhale, set up a warrior 1. So take that back foot down, line up the heels. You can even look at the heels to see that they're aligned. Press the feet into the floor, then lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers behind the base of your skull now. Like we did earlier in class, lift the heavy head up and off of the spine. Wing the elbows out. Spin your heart to the sky. Hopefully no stress on the neck as you open the heart. Breathing for 3. Breathing 4. Press into that back foot, square hips, open heart. Exhale, 5. On your next inhale, you're going to straighten your front leg and open out for Trikonasana. Likely you'll have to heel toe the feet back into a line, front heel intersecting back inner arch. Reach the right arm forward and then to the shin, left fingertips to the sky. Here, make sure that you're not over opening the throat and crunching the back of the neck. So tuck the chin just slightly, and if it's comfortable, gaze at the top fingers. Listen to your breath. 3, 4. Breathe in length through the spine. Breathe out, spin the chest open a little bit more. Take the left arm over your ear. Take the right arm alongside the right ear. Then spin your hips and your chest toward the ground, angled lunge, arms alongside your ears. Then hands down to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Take a big full inhale there. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step your feet between your hands. Inhale, arrive looking forward on the floor, lengthening the spine and the back of the neck. Exhale, dive into your legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook your thumbs, and reach up. Straighten the legs at the tip top, get very tall. Exhale through bent knees. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Let the arms drop overhead. Head in. Then inhale. Look forward, skier's pose, belly engaged. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower the knee. Hook thumbs in front. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Sit the hips back, extend the left foot, flex it. Exhale, fold over the left leg, drape yourself over for runner's stretch. As you inhale, come forward through a low lunge. Step all the weight into your left foot, lift the right leg, point the toes, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold in, standing split. Breathe in. Breathe out, hug the elbows in. Can you breathe more space into the spine? Take about 2 more breath cycles here, hearing the sound of the breath. Let this next exhale go completely, hollowing out the belly, and then set up Warrior One. See that right foot land down in line with the left heel. Square off the hips and rise up. Interlace your fingers behind the base of the skull with the opposite pinky on top. Lift that heavy head with your big smart brain in it off of the spine, making more space for the neck. Sing your heart out into space. 1 more breath cycle here. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Align the feet for Trikonasana. Reach the fingertips wide apart. Chest and heart facing the same direction, then reach that left hand down. Right arm up. Stay here and breathe. For 1. Breathing 2. Again, the back of the neck is long, so the chin may be slightly tucked. 3. Feet are pressing into the ground strongly, spine long. 4. Exhale. 5. Take the top arm over the top ear, the bottom arm under the bottom ear. That's tough. Core really engaged as you come to that angled lunge. Hips and heart face the ground, arms forward. Then gently take the hands down and pick up the left foot. Step back, downward dog. Breathe in. And then bend the knees as you exhale. Look forward, float, or hop your feet forward. Lengthen the spine, look up. Dive into the legs, breathe out. Inhale, simply look forward, long back of the neck, prepare for chaturanga. Chest stays open, exhale, jump back. Elbows hug in. Inhale, lift the heart, don't over open the throat, shoulders down the back. Exhale, hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then just step your left foot forward between your hands, spin your back heel down and come up to a Warrior Two. Front heel intersects back inner arch, back foot at an angle. Arms in one straight line, gaze over your left fingers and breathe steady. Now here the spine is in Tadasana, or neutral spine, meaning the butt's going to be out a little bit. There's going to be a tiny curve in the low back. See if you can stay easeful here. Exhale. Then take the right arm behind the back, the left arm over your ear and tip back, reverse warrior. Gaze at your back ankle, taking a little stretch in that left side of the neck. Then keep your gaze on the floor and look forward on the floor, Ardha Chandrasana. Begin to put the weight into the left foot. Maybe that right arm is still behind your back. Challenge. Maybe you pick up the bottom arm, the left arm, and grab a hold of the right elbow. Grabbing opposite elbows behind the back, maybe you can spin the chest open. Then come through Warrior Three. So now spin the chest down, hips face the ground, and then step the right foot next to left. Both knees bent, fold into your legs. Release the clasp behind the back. Take the right hand to the right hip. Grab the left the left big toe in yogi toe lock. Bend the right knee a little bit and come all the way up. So sometimes a little curve is a great support. You're coming up to Utthita Hasta Pada Gustasana. Belly in, legs straight forward, chest open, breath steady. Option to pull the belly in and fold yourself into the left leg, head toward the shin. Really pull the belly in, Uddiyana Bandha. Again, a little bend to that right knee might help support it. Inhale, come up, then take your hands to your hips, point the toes, and then swing your left leg back. Gently lower the left knee down. Hook your thumbs, inhale, lift the chest, Anjaneyasana. Stay here, lifting the heart up and out of the low back. If the head comes back, let the arms come back with it. If the head comes back way further than the arms, chances are you're crunching the back of the neck. Take a big inhale into your heart space. And then exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toes and step back. Downward dog. As you inhale, glide forward to plank pose. Find the natural curve in that low back. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Keep that natural curve. Inhale, lift the heart, protect the neck. And then exhale, downward dog. Step the right foot forward, spin the left heel down. Warrior two. Press the feet down into the ground as you cartwheel the arms up. Align the feet, the arms, that neutral spine. So the tush feels pretty free here, actually. It doesn't feel clenched. Gaze is steady over the right fingers and the jaw is soft. Listen to your breath. Drawing energy up through the feet, into the spine, out through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Then take the left arm behind your back, reaching for the right thigh, right arm over your ear. Look to the back ankle. We'll start to set up Ardha Chandrasana. Let the gaze follow the line of the floor, then looking forward, tipping the weight forward into the right foot and the right hand. Left arm maybe remains behind the back. Again, you have the option to try to take that bottom hand off the ground and reach the right hand for the left elbow. You may have to look at the ground. That drishti on the ground will help support that transaction. Spin the chest open and then close the chest to the ground. Close the hips to the ground. Bend the right knee. Step the left foot next to the right foot. Keep the knees bent. Put your belly on your thighs and fold in. Exhale. As you inhale, you're going to hook the right big toe in yogi toe lock. Left hand to your left hip. Left knee bends a little bit and then come all the way up. If you want to straighten the leg once you arrive, the standing leg, go for it. Belly in. Keep that right shoulder on the back. Gaze steady over the right fingers. Jaw soft. On an exhale, you may choose to draw your head toward your shin and your shin toward your head. Maybe a little bend to the left knee will support that. On an inhale, come back up slowly. Take your right hand to your right hip. Point the right toes, pull the belly in, and then swing your right leg all the way back. Lower your right knee to the earth. Hook your thumbs. Big inhale, lift your chest. Exhale there, making sure that the low back is supported and that the back of the neck is supported. And then you can really focus on opening the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then take your hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes. Step back, down dog. Breathe in, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows hug alongside your ribs, belly engaged. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open your heart to the sky. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward dog, hips up and back. As you inhale, float your left leg up and back. Open your hip, this time bend your knee so the left hip stacked on top of the right, both hands pressing firmly down. Inhale, straighten the leg, square off the hips. Exhale, round the knee forward to the nose and then lower the knee to the inside of the wrist. Hands off of the mat like we did in gecko. Fingers tented, lift your chest. As you exhale, take the elbows out to the side and drop the head forward, undulating through the upper back. Again, inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, this can be really small, this little tiny undulation in the upper back. Drop the head, lengthen the back of the neck. Now inhale, reach up, get really long and tall, belly in. Then walk the hands forward and set up a nice forward folded pigeon pose. Hands could go under the head, or if it's more comfortable, you can put a prop under your forehead. And then breathe space into the spine. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Then take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna hum like the end of the Om, vibrating everything inside. Then stay here for another breath, just noticing the effects of those waves of vibration. Inhaling, press into the hands, lift your chest up, and turn around to face the side. You'll set up Janu Shirshasana with the legs, right foot flex, left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Then the right hand comes to the inside of the right knee, left arm over your ear, side stretch reaching for the right toes. Then take your left hand back, prop yourself onto it, and then reach the right arm up and over the ear. Take a big side stretch, stargazer. Lower back down, we'll repeat that. Right arm down, left arm over your ear, spin the chest as you inhale. Exhale, make a transition, swing that top arm down, press it into the floor. Now the right arm comes up alongside the ear as you spin your heart to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Take the right arm down to the inside of the leg. Left arm over your ear, spin the chest. Exhale, transition. Hand down, right arm over the ear, press into your right foot, lift your heart, inhaling. And exhale, this time come down and set up Janu Shirshasana, facing the right toes, so the back of the mat. Lift up through your chest, sits bones aligned. And then exhale, fold over your right leg. Relax the face here. Steady the breath. Yes, there's some lengthening from hips to heart, but there's also a softening, a surrender, a return to that really simple primary curve. Snuggle yourself in a little bit deeper into the pose. Let this exhale go all the way out. Then inhale, lift your chest up, come up. Spin around, face the front of the mat again. Come to hands and knees facing the front. Inhale, cow, lift the chest. Exhale, cat pose, round, tuck your chin. Make your way to downward dog from there. Exhale. Inhale, float the right leg up and back. Open the hip, bend the knee, stacking the hips. Inhale, straighten the leg, square yourself off. Exhale, round the knee to the nose, hollow the belly, then lower the knee. Set up the legs in pigeon, take the hands to gecko off of the mat, straight arms. Lift your heart. Exhale, elbows out. Undulate the upper back, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift, straighten the arms. Exhale, elbows out, round the upper back, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift the chest and the neck up. And then walk your hands forward, Get comfortable in your pigeon pose. Hips are squaring, that left thigh is gently rotating inwardly. So the left hip comes a little forward in space. The right hip gently, subtly moves up and back. And then breathe into your spine. Relax the jaw. Take a big inhale. And then hum. Vibrating the body. Letting go of any sticky stuff. Soften to the effects of the vibration of the Om, hum. And then inhale, come up. Walk the hands back, lift the heart. Turn toward the left. Set up the Janu Shirshasana variation, right foot to the inner left thigh, left arm to the inside of the left knee, right arm over the ear, reaching for the left foot. And then take the right hand back, press it into the ground, lift yourself up, take the left arm over the ear, make a nice long line through the left side. And again. Left arm comes down inside the knee, right arm reaches over the ear, chest spins open. Then right hand back, left arm alongside the ears, you lift the heart, stretch that left hip. And then lower your tush back down, exhaling, left arm to the inside of the knee. Inhale, right arm up. Spin your heart to the sky. Exhale, transition, right hand back. Lift the hips, lift the left arm over the ear. Exhale, come down. Start to square the sits bones to the back of the mat. Left foot is flexed. Lift your heart. Mini twist to the left and then drape yourself over your left leg. And breathe in. And breathe out. Allow yourself to ride the waves of the breath. Stay here a couple more breaths. And you're less doing the pose now than just kind of experiencing the pose, letting it take you on the journey. Complete this exhale. And then slowly lift yourself up. Spin yourself around to the right. Press into the hands and then come onto hands and knees. Set up for this baby camel pose like we did at the beginning of the sequence. Hands behind your heels, tented fingers. Roll the heart open. Now some of us might want to stay there. Others of us might choose to come into a full camel. Standing on the shins. Hands to the low back to begin. Spin the chest open. Maybe you take your hands to your heels in full camel Ustrasana. You could stay protecting the back of the neck, gazing at the ceiling, or if you feel ready to fully express the shape, you're welcome to experiment with dropping the head back, but maybe with all the work we've done, there's still some length there, even as you surrender. Spin the heart open. On an inhale, lift the head up first, then neutralize the spine. Come to sit on your heels, and then cross over the ankles and make your way onto your back. We're going to set up for some rolling bridges. So you'll be on the back, similar to the way we started the class, feet on the ground, knees in the air. Hands alongside your hips. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift your arms up overhead, so the tops of the hands go to the ground, and you're going to lift the hips, bridge, and then take the hands down, the hips down. Let's repeat that a little slower. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms, the hands will be alongside the ears, hips up in the air, and then very slowly return everything to the starting position, hips down, hands down. Rolling through the spine again. Inhale, lift up. Arms up, hips up. Exhale, lower the hips down, a little more space in that low back, hands down alongside your hips. Then take your feet wide apart, let your knees fall together. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Option to windshield wiper the shins. Feel the waves of breath coming in, lifting the hands, going out, lowering the hands. Set up for Shavasana. You can lift the hips up a little bit to lengthen the tailbone forward, lengthening the low back. You can pick up the head gently and reach the head away from the chest. Lower it back down so there's more length in the low back, no jutting of the chin. As the breath becomes soft and easy, scan your body. Notice what's connected to the floor and let it fall. Notice what's a little lifted and honor those little spaces. And then allow yourself to really just spread out on the earth. You hold in your cells the memory of this entire human evolution. Which means holding in your cells the evolution of the whole universe. A history of waves and vibrations. And maybe if you can get very quiet, just for a second, you can feel that ancient, infinite aspect of yourself. Gently begin to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and toes. Rock your head gently side to side. Bend the knees and take the toe tips to the ground. And roll over onto your right side. Stay here for a moment in that fetal position, that first shape this body took. And then gently come up to a seat, any comfortable meditation seat. Find the alignment of the pelvis and the natural curves of the spine. We'll chant one closing Om from that infinite space within. Inhale. bowing down to your own wisdom. And Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai.